You've probably heard about the Indo-Pak Wars or the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, but today I'm going to tell you the story of a forgotten clash between Pakistan and Afghanistan in the early 1960s. In the 1800s, when the British Empire ruled the Indian subcontinent, the border between British-controlled India and Afghanistan was not clearly defined. In 1893, Afghan King Abdurrahman and British representative Sir Mortimer Durand agreed to demarcate a boundary which became known as the Durand Line. However, this line divided the Pashtun population, with communities living on both sides of the newly drawn border. After Pakistan gained independence in 1947, Afghanistan refused to recognize the Durand Line as the official border and laid claim to large parts of Pakistan's territory. Initially, Afghanistan did not recognize Pakistan as a sovereign state, although it did so later. Despite this, tensions remained high. In 1960, Afghanistan planned an attack on Pakistan's region of Bajaur and Dir, both of which had a loose affiliation with Pakistan and were partially autonomous. At that time, Afghanistan possessed around 100 Soviet-made MiG aircraft and had a well-trained military. On the other hand, Pakistan had 150 American-made aircraft, but most of its military forces and aircraft were stationed along its eastern border with India. On September 23, around 1,000 Afghan Royal Guards and several thousand militia fighters crossed into Bajaur and Dir, and Afghanistan also mobilized 70,000 regular troops in the Kunar province along its border with Pakistan. However, Afghan leaders expected the local Pashtun population would support them, but that didn't happen. Instead, the local population and the Nawabs, local rulers, fought back. This led to many deaths on both sides. The Nawab of Khar requested assistance from Pakistan, and in response, Pakistan swiftly launched Operation Air. The Pakistani military deployed its air force along with elements of the 7th Division, later replaced by 15th Division, and quickly raised the Bajaur Scouts. Together, they successfully pushed back the Afghan forces, and Pakistan Air Force conducted a bombing raid at Afghan border on HQ of Badshah Gul, one of the commander of Afghan irregulars. Pakistan reinforced its border with Afghanistan by establishing several military posts to strengthen its defense. After the initial failure, on 20 May 1961, Afghanistan launched a renewed assault with a three-pronged attack on Bajaur, supported by mortar and medium artillery gun, where they clashed with the newly formed Bajaur Scouts. The Afghan regulars first targeted Shahi Fort, but despite multiple attempts, they were unable to breach it. Then they shifted their focus to capturing Miskinai and Sangipara forts. But Pakistan had more strong defenses there, supported by tanks and artillery. The Afghan forces were pushed back and suffered heavy losses. The Pakistan Air Force bombed Afghan ammo depot in Afghanistan, which badly weakened the Afghan forces and ended their attack with a clear defeat.